Hello, friends, and welcome back to Global Clean. Have you ever stopped to think why NATO, the world's most powerful military alliance, is openly threatening countries like India, China, and Brazil, and it's not about war but about trading with Russia? Yes, you heard it right. NATO has warned that if these nations continue any sort of trade with Russia, they could face harsh sanctions, potentially causing a significant impact on their economies. Today we are going to dive deep into this hypocrisy of Western countries. This isn't a minor issue, it's a major geopolitical gamble that could directly affect our economy and global trade relations. So, let's explore what exactly is happening and what implications might be for India. Recently, NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte issued a startling warning. He said that secondary sanctions would be imposed on India, China, and Brazil. What does this mean exactly? Well, there are direct sanctions which are imposed trade on Russia, but the secondary sanctions imply that the country trading with Russia will also have to pay a heavy price. So why is NATO threatening these nations? As you know, the Russia-Ukraine war has dragged on for over 3 years now, showing no signs of stopping. In fact, it's only become more aggressive. NATO, led by the US, had to exert military and economic pressure on Russia to proceed into negotiations. You might recall, Donald Trump also made several statements about this war. Initially, he criticized Biden for failing to stop it, but now Trump has given Russia a 50-day ultimatum. He threatened that if Russia doesn't agree to peace talks, massive economic sanctions will be imposed, including a 100% tariff on Russian export, and this is precisely where the threat of secondary sanctions on countries like India begins. At the heart of this entire situation lies Russia's oil export. Western nations imposed numerous sanctions on Russia, believing it would cripple its economy, but that hasn't happened. Russia's economy remains surprisingly strong. Why? Because countries like India and China have effectively filled the gap. China is buying roughly 2 million barrels per day, and India about 1.8 million barrels per day of Russian oil. Behind that, nations like Brazil, Turkey, Sri Lanka, and Pakistan are also acquiring substantial quantities of oil from Russia. Western countries thought sanctions would weaken Russia, but India and China, by purchasing discounted Russian oil, have in essence supported Russia's war economy. You might remember our external Foreign Minister Subramaniam Jaishankar being asked in Europe why India was still buying oil from Russia. His answer was clear: "We are actually doing a great favor to the world." He explained that if India didn't buy oil from Russia, there would be a global supply shortage, and oil prices would skyrocket, causing significant harm to Western nations as well. NATO's argument is that purchases from by countries like India and China have diluted the impact of Western sanctions, enabling Russia to sustain its war economy. Let's break down this difference between primary and secondary sanctions. Primary sanctions are imposed directly on Russia, companies, banks, and export. Secondary sanctions, on the other hand, target countries that trade with Russia. Mark Rutte explicitly stated that India, China, and Brazil could be hit very hard. He described that sanctions are smartly designed, implying they affect not only Russia but also its trading partner. He appealed to that country to pressure Putin to agree to peace talks, with his direct message being, "You may want to call Vladimir and tell him to stop before your own economy takes a hit." In essence, stop Russia to safeguard your own economy. So why is all of this so crucial for India? Firstly, there are billions of dollars saved. Buying discounted Russian oil saves India an immense amount annually. Our refiners and banks are deeply integrated with the Russian oil trade, making an abrupt withdrawal incredibly difficult. Secondly, there are economic consequences. If the sanctions are imposed, Indian firms could be blocked from dollar-based international banking. We might be denied access to Western technology, capital, and insurance. This would also impact our export in the pharmaceutical, textile, and service sector, which we send to the US and Europe. Finally, this presents a significant geopolitical dilemma. India has always sought to maintain its strategic autonomy. We don't want to side with anyone. We desire strong relations with both Russia and the US, but this direct threat might force India to choose a side. Will India face the sanctions and continue trading with Russia, or will it gradually reduce the trade with Russia and avoid sanctions? This is a monumental question. Behind NATO's warning lies a broader global strategy. This includes strengthening Ukraine by providing Patriot missiles, which will bolster Ukraine's defense system and pressure the Russian military. It also involves isolating Russia by imposing a 100% tariff on Russian export, aiming to economically cripple it, and cutting the lifeline by using secondary sanctions to sever ties with Russia's trading partner. NATO believed that if countries like India, China, and Brazil stop buying oil from Russia, Russia's war economy will collapse quickly. So what's India's position and what will it do next? India has always defended its right to buy oil from Russia in its national interest. We have never joined Western sanctions and have consistently abstained from anti-Russia votes in the United Nations. Simultaneously, we have strengthened our defense and technology partnership with Western countries like the US. India has several options. It could gradually reduce oil import from Russia, which might lead to increased energy import from Iran, Iraq, and Saudi Arabia. The US also hopes will buy more oil from them. Alternatively, India might negotiate with the US for a waiver from the sanctions. The best case scenario would be if Russia agrees to peace talk in the next 1 to 2 months, bringing the war to an end. If that happens, India can continue its trade. However, if Russia refuses, the US will impose a 100% tariff on Russia, and the threat of secondary sanctions will loom over India. This could have significant geopolitical consequences, including major disruptions in global supply chains. India might also need to accelerate the diversification of its defense supply. Furthermore, it's possible that countries of the global south like Brazil and South Africa might unite to resist such pressure from Western economies. It will be incredibly interesting to see how India navigates the geopolitical challenges. Friends, this isn't merely a warning, it's a critical move in the global power balance, and India is a crucial player. What do you think India should do in this situation? Should we maintain our strategic autonomy or succumb to Western pressure? Share your thoughts in the comment section below, and before you go stay tuned to Global Explain for more insight into crucial global issue, and subscribe to the channel, and thank you for